Hi guys, Millbee here. Oh, I'm sorry about the I have to apologize for the last Game Dev Tycoon video. I'm stating that video as well, but yeah, I don't know why, but I didn't realize it, but for some reason Bandicam stopped recording sound from the game. It also did it for Don't Shit Your Pants, which unfortunately has no sound in it now, which is really lame. So I don't know if I'm gonna put that up or not. Either way, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo with me, Millbee. This game is like it's such a good way to chill out at the end of the day. It's been a long day, lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff done today. Anyway, wait. Oh yes, with a dark blue stroke, the three of us silently get to work. So, we were just painting a banister. So let's do that. Just click on the game. And the controller's not working. Not before Kenji takes advantage of Hanako's working to lean towards me and whisper conspiratorily though. Okay, man, where you here? Hanako just wanted some help to find Lily, that's all. He apparently disapproves of my motivations. I get it. It looks like I misjudged you. You're infiltrating them, aren't you? Going deep undercover. Oh, I'm going deep undercover. You know what I'm saying? I'm going real deep. Shut up, Kenji. I should have guessed. Letting the truth slip by him would probably be better than outright lying or annoying him in any case. Is that why you're here? Obviously, it sucks, but there's no better way to get intel than going in yourself. Head first. We gotta skate together, man. We gotta stick together, mate. It's a harsh school, harsh world. Yeah, very harsh. He misses my true meanings as he leans back, satisfied. I'm sympathetic to his cause. I'd better get down to work. I'm not gonna lie, I'm genuinely growing to like Hanako, like attached to this like inanimate anime character. Finished. Looks like I am too. Good job. Well done, burnt face girl. Cry! I'll hurt crime's arms. I can see you, but I can't. No, I can hear you, but I can't see you. I'm trapped behind glass. The two of us connected the lines of our pans, mine being as close to copy as I could manage of hers. With a grunt, I lever myself up from the floor and look around. Aside from Hanako and myself, there's only Kenji left finishing off a sign as well as Lily, and a couple of students talking amongst themselves in the classroom. If you listen when there's talking in the background, it is actually genuinely conversations. Like, well, I don't know. I was listening. There's a guy in the background. It sounds like he might be saying, "I'm just talking in the background, talking to myself, like saying stuff to make sense, like I'm talking in the background." Just lay it over with different people loads. It's good. Looking at my watch, it's no surprise. It's getting pretty late. Need a hand? Need a hand? Gif. How'd it go? Need a hand? I offer a hand to Hanako, which she uses to get herself up. As she does, I can't help but glance at her wrist. If her scars extend even to there, just how much of her body was burned? I feel a pang of guilt about it, however, as she quickly covers her wrist with her other hand. Oh, dude, you gotta be careful of that shit. Don't let her retreat into her shell. Looks good, doesn't it? What, the scars? Is that what she's saying? She looks surprised for a moment before noticing that I mean the banner. Looks good. Looks good, I like it. It's a good look on you. Half and half. It's a good look. I'm really sorry if I offend anyone, right? I'm trying my best, right, to just sort of keep it light even though this is going to be quite serious. I've got my own spin on it. It does, I guess. Her smiles, though, she feels a slight sense of pride in the result, just as I do. With the floor significantly neater for the decorations being placed on desks and shelves, it's much easier to get to Lily as we cross the room. We'd finished the banner. I guess that's all that needs to be done. Lily gives an appreciative nod. Thank you, Hisao. Hanako, if there's any way I can thank you... It's fine. Beats sitting in my room studying at any rate. Beats sitting in my room masturbating. Just procrastinating. Procrastinating. Not procrastinating. Procrastinate. No, procrastinating is actually procrastinating. That's it, procrastinating. I don't mind either. She nods before suddenly remembering one last person. Oh, is Kenji still here? Yeah, he's over there, interrogating some poor girl. Just as I open my mouth, Kenji gives the answer from the other side of the room. Yeah, just finished. I love giving that guy that kind of voice. He carefully slides his sign onto an empty section of the shelf to dry before quickly walking past us and out the door. And into the wall. See you, man. Bye. I have this really funny game on Newgrounds where you play Kenji and you fight. I'll have to put that up at some point. The remaining 2 students say their goodbyes to Lily before taking their cue to leave as well, leaving only the 3 of us. Well, I guess that's everyone. I hope we don't have to do anything like that again. Working past school time? Indeed. The class's plans this year were ambitious, maybe too ambitious. They wanted to make a giant replica blind person. Fortunately, then we realised we were all blind too, so we didn't know what it looked like when we were finished. It ended up looking like a chair. It was strange. The stalks look nice though. She's right. It shows there's a lot of work gone into them. My. I'm sure a lot of us would be glad to hear that. At least now there's not so much work to do until the festival itself. It's getting pretty late. Should we go? That's probably a good idea. Are you going back to the dorms as well, Hisao? Hisao. I'm going to call him Hisao. People keep telling me how to pronounce it. You don't need to keep doing it. I've read it and I just don't take it in. I just don't take it in. Yeah, I guess I'll tag along. Oh God. The night is dark and full of terrors. The nighttime lighting really makes the gardens look quite different. Compared to the usual look of lush greenery, things are much more calm. Looks like zombies are going to pop out of there. Being that it's so late, the lack of students around probably helps. The odd 1 or 2 can be seen scurrying around in the shadows. He's just like, you're walking around, just like, let me do my shorts up a minute. Walking around just like, oh, how's it going? How's it going? And you can see in the background, in the shadows. little dudes creeping about in the background. Man, I've got to take the pillows off that sofa. There's so many pillows I've thrown on that sofa now that I can't even sit on the sofa. Trying to take the most of their approaching curfew, but no more. All that can be heard is our footsteps, in addition to Lily's cane regularly gently tapping the ground in front of her. It's nice to finally be able to relax a bit after the mad rush during school. Without even noticing it, I let out a small yawn. Tired? Yeah, still getting used to the flow of things, I guess. The thing with Shizune took me kind of off guard, though. I grit my teeth a little at the candid mention of their rather public spat. That said, I do want to sort out what in the world was behind it. About that. I'm sorry about it being so public. Shizune and I go back some ways. You see, I stole a man off her. I once hit her in the face with my cane. Her voice seems slightly irritated as she remembers Shizune, obviously unwilling to discuss it any further. I glanced at Hanako for her views on this, but her expression is, unsurprisingly, evasive and difficult to read. Either way, I guess her apologising for it is something, even if my curiosity goes unanswered. I'll be glad once the festival is over in any case. The change of topic's welcome, clearing the thickening air quickly. I can imagine, my old school's festivals were a lot more low-key than this. I don't know why, but it keeps having, like, blanks between words. Yamaku stresses the idea of the school community, so the staff likes to make our festivals on such special occasions. And yet the students are the ones who do the work. What an unfair world. Hanako and Lily both chuckle in agreement, savouring the fact that none of the staff are around to hear our grumbling. See, she should smile more. I suppose coming from a strict old girls' school helped. What? What? Oh, interesting. So you had many nights with the in those pillow fights? Pillow fights? No, I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. We'll glaze over that. Help me a bit with Yamaku. Compared to there, Yamaku is much more relaxed. That'd go ways towards explaining her well-bred speech and behaviour in any case. And her strange attraction to females. As we come to the dormitories, it eventually comes time to leave for our respective rooms. I follow Hanako to her, and she hits me in the face. And then I follow Lily, and she hits me with a cane. And I leave, dejected and alone. See you, Lily, Hanako. The two both give polite nods before setting off to the women's dorms, just next to the guys. No mixed-sex dorms? What is this place? As to be expected of such an arrangement, there's a staff member casually patrolling around outside to prevent any nighttime shenanigans. What is this place? What is this place? Christ. Walking past him, I quickly stretched my arms and rubbed my neck, both quite sore after having to work on the floor for so long before walking to my... Or he's just like walking by, he's like... Ugh. Well, just say how's it going? Just gonna go this way. I'm gonna be hitting the old Justy Trail. See you later. It feels good to actually have direction, though. After so long in the hospital, the everyday facts of studying, homework, and teachers seem almost a blessing. I guess if things continue like this, my time at Yamaku might turn out okay. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy's bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad. There we go. I don't know what's going on with the weird pauses between dialogue in this. Hasn't it got like some weird setting going? I don't know. My morning alarm goes off, and I flail about uselessly for a while. It's like bet. I was having a fit, apparently. That's how I wake up in the morning. Don't be near me, I just batter you with my arms. Then I decided to give morning runs another shot. I don't know if this was a great idea, but I'm determined to keep going. This is about my health, after all. For your health. For your health, dummy. See, today we're going to be making real flushy meat with a real flushy lady. With peaches, cream, and guacamole. Hi. See? It's not hard to get someone into your life. You know, if you know what it is, I love you. If you know what that is, just remind me of that. For your health, dummy. I'm sorry. I've just started thinking about it now. Have you had a lizard kiss you? No. Would you like a lizard kiss? No. Have you wanted a lizard kiss? No. Would you like a lizard kiss? No. I'm just gonna give you a little lizard kiss. No. Happiness is rainbows and lollipops, not bugs in your hair. Sorry, that was a total wander off. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made existence so intolerable that I'm going to try everything I can to stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emi has apparently been here for some time. It looks like she's already worked up a good sweat. Just when the hell does she come down here anyway? Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. I'm surprised to see you here again. Where's that? Well, not many people actually manage to come back for a second try. She frowns, seemingly annoyed by a passing thought. Like the rest of the track team, for instance. Still, since you're supposed to be on volunteer basis, it was not that big of a shock. And I guess it's pretty early in the morning. A shrug, and suddenly it appears she's forgotten what she was talking about. The frown disappears entirely, and she seems to snap back to her previous train of thought. So, come on then. What? You're here to run, right? Well, yeah. So come on! Ah! Before we get running, though, I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. It's a quick advert break, just a little thing to separate this up. Thought I'd give it a go. I didn't actually see how it went down last time. So, yes, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back, everybody. That is, I seem to be struggling with Emi moves with an effortless that I find... I seem to be struggling, well, Emi moves with an effortless that I find enviable. It's incredibly bothersome to be so easily worn out. I know I should be patient, work towards things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We round the track and start our second lap. Emi seems to have grown impatient keeping pace with me and begins to pull away. This is where I gave out yesterday. Will I be able to do more? I'm going to take it easy because I happen to know this is a particular point where a big decision gets made. I let Emi go with her own pace, and she doesn't show mercy, pulling half a lap ahead of me in an instant. I don't blame her. I mean, it's not as if I'm really putting any sort of real fight out here, is it? Instead, I'm just running at a steady pace, which is what I should be doing, right? There's no need to be pushing my limits at this stage of the game. God, is this even worth it? As we finish the second lap, I break off again. Emi keeps going, and it almost seems to me that she's disappointed. Well, that's stupid. I don't have anything to prove to her. Come to think of it, I got nothing to prove to myself either. I give up. I'm just fine the way I am. I'd rather die. And that's and what I'm not is, and what I'm not is, and what I'm not is a runner. There you go. And what I'm not is, this was probably a bad idea. Maybe there's something else I can do instead of this. Getting up this early sucks anyway. There's got to be some other way to keep healthy. Walking, maybe. Nice afternoon walks. Yeah, that sounds good. Running isn't for me. She's just sitting there in the middle of the track, just like thinking this. Or she's like striding towards him with her robo legs. I wave to Emi and head back to my room. I'll think of something later. Back in my room, the first thing I see is a familiar row of medication bottles lined up on the top of my dresser. And it makes me depressed. No, I'm depressed. He's just like, no, I'm depressed. Oh, there you go. It's annoying. I thought it was okay. I thought I had my piece for this thing. Gotten over it. But what I really did, I allowed myself to forget that I have a problem. And the pills, and now I'm dead. Well, it's a lot of death here. Being here really reminds me of the reality, and trying to fight against it just hurts. Reflecting on it is only going to do so much. I've done this before, for months. It seems like it's time to get over it. If I allow myself to forget that my life is definitely not going to be as long as those of others, I won't get anywhere. My life may be different from others, but it's a life. But it is a life in progress. Yeah, that is how I'll rationalize it. I down the usual handful of pills, bottle of vodka, and a quick shot of whiskey, trying to push the sudden dreary feeling out of my head. Then I prepare to head out of the class early as usual, but then I pass out on the floor because of all the alcohol. As I step into the hallway, I notice Kenji coming around the hallway corner, naked. No, stealthily making his way over to his room with a large bag. As he sneaks past me, soundlessly, like a ninja hiding in plain sight, I call out to him. Hey! He jumps at the sound of my voice. Oh, hey man, I didn't notice you were there. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go and trank. I think it's more like he didn't see me, but it's not the issue. Have you been this early? Shopping? Nah, I wasn't shopping. Sometimes I have to visit the maths teacher. Yeah, I figured it would be a good idea to find out what the next exam is, since he tells you in advance if you want. So then, what's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? References everywhere. I thought I'd go shopping. I thought I'd go shopping while I was outside. I need supplies to continue the fight against the vast feminist conspiracy. Okay. I thought you didn't go outside. I wear a hat now. I wear a hat now. I decide not to point out that he is not wearing a hat. An awkward silence settles between us. And an awkward boner. And then Kenji takes his clothes off. No, to reveal his leaf penis. Kenji breaks it by pushing his door open, slowly releasing a creaking sound into the air that only makes the moment seem more awkward. He sets the bag down inside his room and then closes the door. I imagine he's like, opens the door just like, looking at you the whole time, so like, goes inside, looking at you. Puts the bag down, looking at you. Puts the bag down, like, I'm surprised you went out of your way to find out a test date. Trying to take advantage of I'm surprised you went out of your way to find out a test date. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity to study is pretty diligent. I never study. I never study. Oh. I just wanted to know. Well, I thought you closed the door. When the next test day was. I'm still going to take it. Duh. I need to know so I know what day I can afford to skip class. Usually sends out updates and that crap by phone, so I had to step out and check up on it. Why'd you have to go out when you can get it on your phone? I don't carry a phone. What do you mean you don't carry a phone? You mean you just leave it at home? I don't even have a phone right now in my genuine life. I lost it a while ago. I haven't got a new one yet. Nah, I don't use phones. I don't have a phone. Phones. I have no phone. I have a phone. I don't have. Sorry. Nah, I don't use phones. I don't have a phone. Phones. I have no phone. Why don't you have a phone? How can you not have a phone? No phone at all? No phone? These two have some weird conversations. I love it. I don't like phones. Actually, I'm kind of scared of them. I don't know why. I think it's some kind of repressed trauma. I was once touched by a phone in a very terrible place. But basically, when I hear a phone, I get nervous. It's my darkest secret. I have two theories on it. Either I have some fear of receiving some unidentified, ominous, life-altering doom call, or I was beaten with a phone in the past. Beaten with a phone. Beaten so badly, I can't remember it. Beaten in the head. Well, where else could I get beaten with a phone that would make me unable to remember it? The ass. I was beaten up the ass with a phone. Like a plunger. Unexpectedly logical. I feel very depressed now. Jeez. God, man, you're a bundle of fun. Sensing the conversation is more or less over, Kenji opens his door again and prepares to head inside. Oh, so he just he put the bag in, closed it without going in. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to sleep, dude. Have a good one. Class is going to start in like 20 minutes. I already did something today. Too tired to go to school. Hey, you need some lip balm? Hey, you need some lip balm? I accidentally bought two because I thought the store had started selling individual AA batteries. I love that. so ridiculous. Thanks, but no thanks. Whatever, man. Get the fuck out of here. Go put your lip balm batteries somewhere else, you creepy pervert. Weirdo. He swiftly enters his lair. You dare bring lip balm into my lair? You must kiss. For a change, I'm not among the first ones to come out to my morning class. Instead, almost everyone seems to be here already. I recognize most of my class by their faces by now. Although the names escape me still. I'm like that all the time. I've got these little marks me. Looks like a rash or something going on. The class goes on lazily. I think I'm starting to get into the rhythm of the school. The rhythm of the school. The rhythm of the beat. I've even stopped worrying about taking notes and being overly attentive. The first days I was pretty high-strung in class. Muto finishes his lecture about electricity early, but continues without a pause about the festival. The festival's on the day after tomorrow. I hope everyone's projects are going to be successful this year. Have a good time, but also come Sunday, please keep the meaning of this festival in your minds. Murder. Games and fried food! Everyone burst out in laughter. So do I. Muto instantly pulls out a gun. No. Yes, thank you, Mikado. Oh, shit. But what I meant more was that the remainder of the sentence is buried beneath the ring of the lunch bells, and everyone starts packing their things. Da, da, bow, bow, bow. That's all it's missing is that. It'd be it's such a grand bell for like lunches. It's so weird. Muto deliberates for a moment, but since almost nobody seems to pay attention anymore, he gives up and sits down. Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Oh, what the hell? It's the invasion of the weird scribble figures. Ah! Is this like life through Kenji's eyes? It's crowded in the hallway. Mass amounts of strange fuzz figures. Although as crowded as hallways in this school probably get, most of the students seem to be heading down for the cafeteria. Hisao! I'm gonna make you a one-time only super extra special lunch offer. Emmy's homemade lunch boxes and the privilege of enjoying them in private with two bombshell beauties. Her overly flirtatious sales pitching echoes in the hallway, a remarkable feat since it's full of people. Emmy strikes a very confident pose. I'm in. As though in an attempt to one-up her own ridiculousness. Puffing her very modest chest. Wow. Bitchy much? Modest chest. And making the V for victory sign with her hands. Like so that. Sounds delicious. To what do I owe this honor of being invited? You stood there looking really lost and sad, so I thought you could have some company. That is probably the most depressing reason imaginable. Plus, I'm terrified of these shadowy figures. So how about it? You're probably really lonely and would eat that awful cafeteria food all alone otherwise. I'm kidding. Sure, I'll have a little lunch offer with pleasure. With pleasure. Let's go to the roof. The roof? Why the roof? Because that's where we eat lunch. I don't get up there. Then she'll probably wander off, and then I just know she'll go hungry because she never packs a lunch for herself. Who will? Come with me! Without answering my question or waiting for a response, she grabbed me by the arm and dragged me through the hallways. I attempt to make conversation on the way. Why do you have an extra lunch? Emmy smiles guiltily. Actually, it's yesterday's lunch. I slipped in a run at lunch and forgot to eat. Huh? The stairway to the roof was a little dilapidated, but it's clearly been used recently. At the top of the stairs is a door, complete with missing padlock. I wonder who the intrepid individual who was that I wonder who the intrepid individual was that removed the lock. Emmy shoves the door open. Oh, I've just realised the mouse is in the way. Emmy shoves the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Uh-oh. It's no arms. It's very casual speech, no arms. Suddenly, a tall, dark stranger appears out of nowhere, standing imposingly in front of us. Emmy flinches back, almost falling down the stairs. Hello? Hello. There you go. Dipes, you scared me, Rin. Wait, isn't she... Hello. Noticing that Rin is speaking to me, Emmy looks curiously at me. You two know each other? I look confusedly at Emmy. She's that friend of yours? Rin has turned her gaze towards the clouds drifting above the school. I didn't know you knew this person, Emmy. The awkward silence lasts only for a few seconds until Emmy lets out a tiny giggle, shrugging the coincidence off. I invited Hisao for lunch. If you know him, that's just better. I keep going into Misha's voice. Oh, does this mean I don't get food? Or did you invite him for lunch without the lunch? Neither. I have food for free. Nice thinking. They walk to the other end of the roof while I stay at the clock tower for a while, taking in the atmosphere. Interesting. There's nobody else but us here. I guess the roof is not as popular as it is in other schools. A few rundown benches and tables are scattered around the edges, perhaps in an attempt to make the rooftop look less desolate. The dead bodies littering the floor kind of, ruin the aesthetic. And all the pigeons everywhere. What is it with death in this thing I've got? I have this idea that there's like some sort of dark secret to this place. The small pebbles covering the roof rattle beneath our feet. I peek through the chain link fence to take a look at the school grounds and beyond. Students are strolling in pairs and groups around the quadrangle at the cafeteria. A few delivery trucks are driving past the school towards a convenience store nearby. Somewhere a watchdog barks at a passerby. Somehow, when I look towards the town centre, the small town strikes me very strongly, almost palpably. The hectic lifestyle of big metropolises seems so far away and foreign here. Nobody has to run to catch a bus like their life depended on it, or get their senses overloaded by the neon lights and traffic jams. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine, looking at my new hometown, even if it's going to be mine for only one short year. Finding out about my illness and having to move away from home all came so suddenly, I haven't had time to think about how I feel about it. When I step out of the shadows of the clock tower to the open, I feel warmth touching my back. Turns out I'm on fire. Ah! The sun shines from a perfectly clear cerulean sky. A cool breeze sweeping over the rooftop makes me shiver, but only briefly. But for a passing moment. The wind carries the scent of trees and flowers, not smog and car exhaust like it used to just a few weeks ago. It's quite a nice place, this, yeah. Oh shit, I hit the microphone, sorry. Emmy settles on a bench with Rin in tow and produces one big and two small lunchboxes from her bag. Come on, Hisao, what are you waiting for? She's beckoning me to join them, making room on the already small bench. Worryingly close. I seat myself on the corner of the bench to take as little space as possible. It's pretty cramped, but somehow all three of us fit on it. Impressive view. Emmy suppresses a giggle. Emmy suppresses a giggle and places a lunchbox in front of Rin, and hands another lunchbox to me. Here you go, lunch is promised. Homemade, no less. I'm impressed. Wow, this looks really good. Thanks, I made it myself when I can. Conversation dies off as I set up with my business of feeding myself. Taking a few bites, I glance up and notice Rin deftly opening the lunchbox and popping a forkful of food into her mouth using only her feet. Even though I've seen it before, I can't help but be impressed at her dexterity. It's also a reminder of the sort of place I'm in right now, where people eat with their food. They eat with their feet. Kind of like monkeys. I've made a lot of monkey things. Will I, like apes and monkeys, will I ever get used to sights such as this? I can't decide if getting used to such a thing would be a good thing or a bad thing. Either. Does getting used to this place mean that I'm giving up on being a normal person? Oh god, you think too much into these things. Or does it mean that I'm just becoming more understanding about those around me? I'm distracted from my thoughts by the sight of Emmy tearing into her lunch as if it had insulted her ancestors. And with that, I'm going to leave it. It's been about 30 minutes, I think. And yeah, so there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, because I have been Millbee, this has been Katawa Shoujo, and I will see you next time for more fun times in the land of disabled people. Goodbye. Bye!